After overthrowing Bhutto's government in 1977, General Zia-ul-Haq faced a major challenge. Bhutto's popularity was still strong. To counter this and legitimize his rule, Zia turned to Islam as a political tool. He used religion to win support from right-wing Islamic parties, presenting himself as the guardian of Islam. Soon after, the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979 gave him a golden chance. By promoting the Afghan jihad in the name of Islam, Zia not only strengthened his Islamic credentials, but also secured international backing from the United States and Saudi Arabia. This set the stage for his Islamization program. Hudood Ordinances. Laws on theft, adultery, drinking alcohol, and false accusations. Zakat and Usher Ordinance. Compulsory zakat deduction from bank accounts and Usher tax on agriculture. Shariat courts. The Federal Shariat Court was set up to check if laws agreed with Islamic teachings. Blasphemy laws. Punishments for insulting Islam or the Prophet, peace be upon him, were made much stricter. Section 295C was introduced, according to which insulting the Prophet would result in death penalty. Sanctity of Ramazan Ordinance. Eating, drinking, or smoking in public during fasting hours was banned. Hotels and restaurants had to remain closed in the daytime. Cinema houses were forced to close at prayer times. Education reforms. Islamiyat and Pakistan studies became compulsory subjects in schools and colleges. Emphasis on Islamic history and ideology was increased. Extra marks were awarded to Hafizi Quran students in examinations, giving them an advantage in admissions. Social and cultural controls. Female TV announcers had to cover their heads. Prayers became compulsory breaks in offices and schools. Media was directed to promote Islamic values. Pros. Strengthened Islamic identity. Zia's policies gave many Pakistanis the feeling that the country was living up to its founding idea, an Islamic state. This strengthened national identity, especially during the Afghan jihad. Reduction in certain crimes. The strict punishments introduced under Hudood laws acted as a deterrent. For example, public fear of lashes or amputations led to a drop in open drinking and theft in some areas. Zakat and Usher. The compulsory deduction of zakat provided funds for orphans, widows, and the poor through Bayt-ul-Mal. This was the first time Pakistan tried to establish an Islamic welfare system at the state level. International support and recognition. By portraying Pakistan as a frontline Islamic state during the Afghan jihad, Zia gained massive aid from the US and Saudi Arabia, which boosted Pakistan's economy and defense. Hudood laws controversy. While intended to enforce Islamic justice, these laws were criticized for being biased against women. For example, victims of rape sometimes found themselves accused of adultery if they could not produce 4 witnesses. Education narrowing. Compulsory Islamiyat and Pakistan studies placed heavy focus on ideology and rote memorization. This reduced emphasis on science, critical thinking, and modern knowledge, affecting long-term progress. Democracy weakened. Zia used Islam as a shield to justify his dictatorship. Instead of building democratic institutions, he relied on religious slogans to silence opponents and extend his rule. Rise of extremism. The use of religion for political purposes increased intolerance. Sectarian groups gained strength. Flow of arms through Afghanistan promoted Kalashnikov culture. Some Afghan migrants brought drugs in Pakistan, resulting in increased number of drug addicts and crime. Pakistan misuse of blasphemy laws. Though intended to protect the sanctity of Islam, these laws were often abused by individuals for personal revenge or to settle disputes, leading to innocent people being punished.